Hello everyone, my name is Jax and today I'm going over the team I used against Starmaster. I'm not going to say to you guys if I won or if we lost, but we're just going over the team and afterwards we're going over the replay. The game already happened, sadly enough, but it was like 1 AM and I couldn't record. So this is just a pause recording. The team. So first of all, we have a Pharaoh seed without rocks, without spikes, without T-Wave. We have Revenge and Explosion. So knockoff into Revenge kills a Poniard. And why do we have this spread and this set? This set can outspeed a Poniard in webs, while also killing it. And I needed something to just pivot in. I like the Pharaoh seed a lot, because he will think that this is spikes, that this is rocks, and it will lure in the timber. We can explode, we can get momentum with it. So I like the mon a lot. Next up we have the Forfeit. If I looked at Star's team are weak against Forfeit, against Spritzy, so I was going for both of them. Close combat, Brave Bird, Quick Attack and Sword Dance. Quick Attack for priority against like Wingull in webs. We have Chinchou, this is normal Chinchou with Volt Switch. I could run Charge Beam, but I was going for the safe way. We have Vivillite, just a little bit more bulk. Poniard, this is the Rocks Poniard. I had low sweep on here before, but after I thought, Revenge Ferocity can be nice, we were going for Rocks. So this is most likely my lead, trying to get up Rocks and trying to get a lot of knockoffs off. We have Dew Powder, Gear Drain over Ice Beam this time, because I didn't need Gear Drain to be honest. Ice Beam might even be better. Icy Wind would be the best. But I was like, why not? It's an extra Corfish switch in. I don't like Corfish, even though this team is pretty good against it. But most of the time I'm just going to click Scald, substitute for the Sun matchup, and Sticky Webs just to get up webs for Forfeit, Chinchou and Spritzy. And last of all we have Sub Nasty plus Spritzy. So what does Sub do for Spritzy? First of all, if he brings Sun, then Dew Powder and Spritzy can outstall the Sun. Nasty Plot is just really good against Starmaster, and we have this amount of speed to outspeed 70 speed mons in webs. So here's a replay of Starmaster against 067 Jux. What do we do? I saw his team and I was like kinda scared, because he had a Dwebble, a Cottony, a Farfetch, a Mudbray, all anti-meta stuff. And I didn't prepare for that. I prepared for Spritzy, things like that, just normal stuff. And Farfetch was pretty good against me, except I had a Spritzy, so that was like a kinda good counter against it. Unless he was like SD Poison Jab. What are his leads? He can lead off with Volt Switch Chinchou. He can predict my Chinchou to come in, double switch into Mudbray. He can lead off with Dwebble, get up his hazards. He can lead off with Vullaby even, or eject back Farfetch. So after looking at all his leads, I thought Poniard was the best, because I can lead off with against the Dwebble, against the Chinchou, against the Vullaby, against the Cottony, and I can knock the Mudbray if I need to. So he leads off with Dwebble. And at this point I was like, if I knock into Iron Head, I can let him get up one rock and go for the speed tie for the spike. That looked pretty good, because rocks didn't really matter for me. If he got up rocks and I got up webs, then he needs to defog, so the rocks are not going to stay for long. But he actually goes for the turn 1 counter. And I didn't expect this, because I thought he was going for the turn 2 counter, because I could have rocks. If I gone for the rocks right now and he gone for the rocks, well, then he just wastes his counter. It was a good play by Starmaster, and I really needed to knock, because I didn't want him to get up 1 rock and 2 spikes. So he goes for the counter and I go out into Chinchou. I didn't really have anything that can outspeed the Dwebble except the Farfetch, but it was speed tie, so I didn't want to risk it. So looking at his team, he can go out into Cottony, but I'm just going to fire off a Scald, and that does a lot of damage. So I think this is Berry Juice, this is Scarf. This isn't Vivillite. So we're going for another Scald, checking if it is Scarf, but he is actually Barriers and is perfect for us. Goes for a Hydropod. So we are going for the Ferocity and he goes out into Cottony. I like this play. So what can we do? I thought about... what did I click? I think I clicked Knockoff. Let's see. I clicked Knocked Off. So this was a good play by Starmaster, sacking his Dwebble, getting up rocks, and I reveal that I'm physical with Bullet Seed. No, I just go for another knockoff. That's even the better play. Goes out into Farfetch. So this was kind of scary, because what can a Farfetch do right now? Am I going out into Spritzy? If I go out into Spritzy on his Brave Bird or in close combat, then I can fire off a Moonblast, and this Moonblast is going to hit very hard. So I'm going out into Chinchou. So why did I go out into Chinchou? Because Chinchou didn't do much again for me. I still had a Volibee switch in Spritzy, and I thought if I get up a Nasty Plot and if I get up Webs with the Spritzy, then I can just win. If his Mudbray isn't Scarf. So I just sacked the Chinchou and he goes for a close combat. This is all fine by me. And I go out into Farfetch. So he might think I'm Scarf. He also might think he's Scarf and he gone for the close combat. I can revenge him. He needs his Farfetch for the Ferocity. So he's gonna switch. So how can we use this switch to our advantage? He's gonna predict the Brave Bird. So we go for the Sword Dance. And now this was the most important thing about this battle, because this is actually a speed tire. I know Starmaster loves his 16 speed Volibee, 16 speed and just defensive. But we outspeed and we one-shot the Volibee. And this is huge. Volibee is gone. It's 2 months died on both sides. And I need to go out and Spritzy right now, because I want to keep the Farfetch alive. He goes for a Brave Bird. It does a lot. He gets a crit. And we go for the Moonblast. This is still one Farfetch switch in. Goes into the Mudbray. So this Mudbray shows us that he is Scarf. But we needed the Spritzy. So we go out into the Dewpider. As he goes for the Earthquake. If you go for the Rock Slide, then we would be in a really bad position. So I thought the thing was Scarf because Berry Juice would have popped and Eviolite would not do that much. So we can assume this Mudbray is Scarf. Do we need up Webs? He has a Cottony, a Chinchou, a Farfetch and a Mudbray left. Webs would be amazing. So we go for the Webs. And he sacks his Mudbray. He does a lot, but he cannot do at Chaos. And now we kill the Mudbray with the Scald. And we got up Webs. We are looking perfectly fine. Goes it into Farfetch. At this point I'm just going to sack the Dewpider and he locks himself into Brave Bird if he is Scarf. So we go out in Spritzy and he needs to crit us. But he doesn't. And that's good. So he was Scarf Farfetch and he was Scarf Mudbray. Goes it into Cottony. And we are 12 speed so we can get up a big hit. Get a special attack drop, that's fine. And we see that it's Life Orb. Go out into Farfetch, we have priority. So we can just go for the quick attack. If he had Stun Spore, then we just outspeeded him. Goes it into Chinchou and we unleash a big hit and one-shot Chinchou. So this was the battle. I don't think there was something I could do differently in this battle. Maybe gone for the Rocks turn 1 against the Dwebble. But that was just a prediction. Because he could also go for the Rocks turn 1 and gone for the counter turn 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all later.